Okay, still nighttime apparently. So, we still have quite a bit of work to do. Got to convince this guy to stand down. I mean, the question is really, can I? I mean, what am I wearing? Have I got anything that adds to speech, lockpick, tech skills, handguns, determination? That might help. What's this one? Melee weapons, stealth. Just take a look. What is my persuasion's right up at 48? Can I get it as high as 50? Which one had... That had determination, but I don't think that helps it, does it? Determination is down here, yeah. +5 from that. No. Dialogue skills. So it's not really helping me. No, it's not. That's a 4, that's a 6. Oh, what was that one? No, stealth. Okay. Is he not in here? Yeah, he's in here. Well, here's hoping, basically, that we didn't cock this up completely. If she won't come back after deserting. He's got a lot of guards and such. So, okay, Mr. Thompson.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water.
Mm-hmm.
I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
They're not coming back to work for you, my friend. It's time for some changes. I spoke to Adelaide. She won't be coming back so long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice.
Yeah.
I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town.
Yeah, well, a change of leadership might be what this town needs.
I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer. But it is my home.
Yeah, well, it's time. This is your wake-up call, my friend. What you're doing is killing the people here. Whatever the hell you're feeding them, for God's sake. Look, Adele's people aren't getting sick with the plague, which is basically some form of poisoning and malnutrition combined, I think.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
Yeah. This town doesn't eat anything but salt tuna. Of course you're going to get sick. Plus, it's not even salt tuna. It's made... There's no tuna fish in the bloody oceans here, and you're not fishing.
You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice salt tuna cannery. We eat salt tuna here, and only salt tuna.
Yeah, that's really not healthy. I'm pretty sure it's your food that's making you sick. You need Adelaide's garden.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible.
Yeah, well, it is.
The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse.
Yeah, well, that's your problem. Adelaide's found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Okay. I could lie, not mention the corpses. Using human corpses in a fertilizer. She's growing her crops with a special fertilizer. Tell him the truth.
Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? That's... Come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance. What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration.
People are not property.
About those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery?
Okay. I'm not in the mood to argue. You want Adelaide's help, then you step down.
You're right. I am being obstinate. If the best thing I can do for this town is to stand down, then stand down I shall. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do.
Yeah.
I won't stand in her way.
Good man.
My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
This can't be easy for you.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
You're misguided, but you're not wholly bad. You're just brainwashed into believing people are property owned by a bloody corporation. That's your problem. It's like he's a victim here as well, really. What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
Well, you could do the early retirement. You don't have to do this, you know.
I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs.
Well, take care. What are you going to do?
I already told you I'm leaving. Just give me a little while to collect my thoughts.
Okay. Right. Now we are going all the way back to Adelaide to tell her to come here, take over, and set up the farm. No, okay, there's dead bodies out there doing nothing, but this is survival. What do you think?
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they ain't care much for me.
You're a very kind person, you know, Pravati. Perception. I noticed you mention your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
Oh. You mean she's dead?
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
That is inhuman.
It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
We'll talk later. God. It's monstrous what's going on. It really is. It's awful. Thankfully, I can sprint a very, very long way. And I need to obviously pick up the control module doohickey. Should really run with a gun. Have I been along here? I think I have. Yeah, that's the power plant. Might not be the wisest choice going off-road.
Here we go! You got him!
Oh, kind of wrong weapon, I think. Yeah, going off the beaten track might not actually be the smartest move I ever made there. Almost certainly not. Well, I wondered what all of the noise was about. I guess now we know. What was that? Ooh. Hello, I don't think I've been over here. This actually might be useful. Yeah, I think sticking to the roads might be a good idea some of the time. I think we're okay on this side though. Can I get in there from... Is this a shortcut? Ooh, can I... No, you can't go that way. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, my reputation here is pretty good, but it's probably not going to stay that way. I don't know, though. It could be okay. That alarm is kind of disheartening. Well, let's tell her the kind of good news.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Hiss, hiss, hiss. Yeah, actually, I'm not a snake. I'm kind of your savior. I talked Reed into leaving. So come back to Edgewater, set up your garden there, save the people from sickness and working for that bloody company, and you've got nice fortified walls around you.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Ransom? What? No, look, Edgewater's better off with you running the place.
You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater?
Kinda, yeah.
Stranger, you are some kind of twisted.
I suppose.
I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies.
See, now you're
I
thinking.
need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Well, good luck. Okay, that's the doohickey I need for my ship. Okay. Journal. Did I botch anything? No. Okay. Stranger in a strange land. Return to the unreliable. Okay. Which is miles in that direction. Can I take stuff from here now? Maybe I should talk to... Well, not you.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do, is
It's
all.
all right. You're going to have a new place. Adelaide tells me she's moving back to Edgewater.
Adelaide said that? Was she sober at the time? I never imagined she'd step foot in Edgewater long as Reed ran the town.
Well, you thought correctly.
Something must have changed in Edgewater. Adelaide's good as family. If she's going back, so are we.
Good man. Okay, who else? You're just generic deserter. You have a name.
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and running. Something I can help you with?
Apparently I can't talk to you about it. Grace.
Never liked Reed much. Can't say I'm sorry he's gone.
Oh, you heard me. Okay, well, fair enough. Guess that's that then. Can I kind of pick things up now? Everyone's going is... No, that would still be stealing. Shame, there's a lot of goodies in that place, I'm sure of it. mean, I could always come back here another day. See what's occurring. And there's the ship up there, but I don't really remember the way to get there. Was it actually through here, or...? Ooh. Should probably keep a weapon handy. Datapad. Ethology log. Hunting behaviour of feral canids. My name is Kane Van Acker. I am Spacer's Choice ethnologist specialising in the fauna of Terra 2. Currently, I'm studying the hunting behaviour of feral canids. I managed to find a nice hiding spot beside a rather large pack of canids. This is the largest pack of feral canids I've ever seen in the Vale. In a sufficiently large pack, canids will hunt just about anything. The pack could probably take down a small group of primals given the chance. Smaller packs tend to be given a wide berth to the primals roaming this region. Sprats and Pterais, however, are fair game for even a lame canid. They may not have encountered primals, but this pack of canids made quick work of a marauder camp they found. I'm afraid I may have to move on before I can study this pack closely. I'll have to leave my things for one of the assistants to pick up later. Did he get out of here? And yeah, I kind of picked your things up for you. Ah. Didn't go so well for the bloody assistant, did it? Okay, we're heading up there. Can we get there through this way? Did I thought I saw somebody moving over there. Can we cut through there? Or is it not passable? I mean, I think we cleared out just about everything in here. Oh, okay. Can we...
Okay, here we go.
What's the big one? And it's just disappeared into the ground. Whoa! Okay, this weapon's kind of awesome. As I've been increasing my skill, has it become... No, it still says 71 DPS, but... does a lot of damage for 71. I think it's damage type. Wow, no loot. Kind of gutted. Yeah, let's not run just now. We don't know what we're going to encounter. Did I come through this way before? This seems familiar. I think we got marauders here. That was a tamed canid. Okay, that sounded big.
I smell blood! We can handle this!
Come on, stick your head out. One of you. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa.
We made it!
Did you get him? Fair dues. Not bad going. That'll do nicely. And I'll just avail myself of all the bits and pieces they've managed to leave behind. Well, it was definitely worth coming this way anyway. Nothing else, just for all the loot.
Wish I could do that.
Yeah, it's bloody useful skill, I'll say that. Because something tells me nothing's for free in this universe. Is there going to be something up here? Possibly. Mag pick. Mock apple juice. What the hell is mock apple juice? Bottle of gently squeezed mock apples. Sugary drink. Body attributes +1. Lasts 30 seconds. It can be useful for certain things, I guess. I'm probably jump down from here. Ooh, more marauders.
Here we go! Nice one! That's the last of them.
Yep. Not a good way to go. Ooh. Did I miss anything just there? Maybe? No. Oh, I did not. Okay. What have we got? Nothing. And they had some fairly good weapons, but hey. Lucky I didn't head out this way when all I had was like a crappy little pistol, isn't it? If I'd have followed this road, I'd have been in a world of hurt. Is that pair of guards still here? Tell you what is here, is that camp. Yeah, we went this way, didn't we? And I left a couple of the raiders up here. Let's see how they do now. Oh,
Let's end this quick!
oh, not a good time to reload.
Nice one!
Where are you? Where are you? Come on. Come here.
That's the last of them.
Oh, was that the hooded thingamy? Was it that? Tech skills? That could have been useful, I suppose. Well, that's nice. A little bit of extra gear. Okay, they've been eating those things. I'm not sure they're safe to eat. Based on the guy we found at the bottom of the pit in the power station, I don't think they're safe to eat at all. What happened to... There he is. Okay. Did we go this way? Did we explore here? Because I think what's going to happen is we get on the ship and we're done. I mean, we could always come back here, I think. Sure, they'd want me to go around cleaning up marauders or what have you. Like it was a marauder camp at one point. But they got owned. Well and truly. I wonder what actually killed them. Was it canids or... Doubt it was just a sprat that did all this. Still hearing animals somewhere. I'm going to wind up overloaded any minute though, aren't I? What's my... Well, it's not bad, 160. If I still had 100, I'd be way over the weight. Let's face it, there's a lot of stuff to pick up around. Yeah, there is. I got so many nostalgia pangs from playing this game. I went back and watched the first episode of Firefly last night. Oh, why did they cancel that show? I absolutely loved it. Okay. It's looking like whoever the inspector people were, the guard or whatever, they've buggered off. We can't get back up there, I don't think it's possible.
Is this your ship?
Yeah.
Oh my stars, she is just so handsome.
Kind of.
Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh.
No idea.
Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
Yeah. I can understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy in Edgewater.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too.
Well, you just met me. Why would you want to go into space with a stranger?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Edgewater was on the verge of collapse before you showed up. You sent them power, and now the town might see another season.
Well, now they're going to eat properly,
and
yeah.
you talked Miss McDevitt into coming back to town. Maybe one day, Edgewater will have a garden where that cannery once stood. You ain't exactly a stranger anymore. You've done some kindness hereabouts. I wouldn't mind following somebody like that.
Are you really sure?
Yeah, I really do.
Because I might not come back,
My
you know.
whole life's been small. I realized that when you walked into town. I've been seeing the same faces every day, the same sky, the same stars. Then I saw this ship. This gorgeous, stately lady with her eyes turned skyward, and I made up my mind to come along with you.
Well, it's not like I know how the engine works, so I'll be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin. It's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister.
Captain.
Captain?
Thank you.
I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
She's adorable. Come on, then. Ah, Victor Max.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
I love it. Okay, let's talk to the computer.
Captain,
Hello.
I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
Well, yeah.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Can you walk me through it? She's just going to tell me to go and plonk it in. No, see, engineering, 20. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. Okay. Oh yeah, up there. Okay. And I can unload stuff here to go sell later. That'd be quite cool. So... Yay! Is it going to make that noise all the time? No? Good. If you don't know, you've got this Vocational Competence Respecification machine. You can reset everything with that. So if you get halfway through your playthrough and you think, I've really buggered this character up, you can fix them. Getting used to jumping a bit. Hey! Will she let me open these now? Well, I'm going to open it anyway.
You're fast.
Okay, I've got a locker I can dump stuff in. That's nice. Oh, I can get in my cabin. I can go and check out my cabin. So, if I open... No? I thought I could open it. Well, where the hell do I go then? Well, no one's getting a cabin unless the door's open. Oh, I've got to talk to the computer. Hello, Ada.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Well, as if you didn't know, I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, I love that ship. That is so Firefly. Yeah.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Oh, yes, the whole kind of reason that we got into all this. Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Unnatural drippage. Drippage. Okay. Actually, I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine.
That's slightly useful.
What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists.
Okay.
Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Okay. You asked me to get involved in the black market. Well, yeah, obviously, anything that isn't owned by the corporation apparently is the black bloody market. Or I could put a couple of light years between me and Halcyon. No. Okay, why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Right. The black marketeer.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
What's stopping me from just leaving? Now, fine. We'll go find Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time.
Okay.
I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Okay, you want to explain what a holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Okay. You mentioned it has limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely.
Okay.
Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example.
Sounds bloody useful.
Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Okay. Why do I need a gadget? Can't I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise?
If you can't see someone's face.
The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
How the hell does a hologram sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how.
When people actually fall for this, it seems far-fetched.
The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected.
No, we don't.
Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
Okay, so, yeah, I'll put it to good use. Thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Millions of people with it.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Okay. Let's go. Oh yeah, because we don't want to go floating off in space, do we? Okay, we've got quarters. Why? Adele's deserters dreamed of an independent life without board oversight. You taught them an important lesson. Never dream. No!
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Ooh, Sentry Saber. Nice. So this is Holographic Shroud. On you and your companions, alright. So it's a timed stealth device, basically. Ooh, big chest. Weird nothing in it. And I can sleep in my bunk. Okay, let's look at Hawthorne. Why was everyone playing Ludo? Okay, messages for Alex Hawthorne. Hawthorne's unread messages. Okay. From you, Bedford. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favourite serial, The Space Adventures of a Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of steel. It's not exactly broad approved, so don't go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Udum. Okay. Archived. From Bedford. Dearest Alex. Okay, I think maybe we found, yeah. Not sure I should read this. It kind of seems like personal mail, you know? I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humour and tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the way, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope the meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Your best friend, Udom. Oh. Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard a guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent bear rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. P.S. Please respond. Alex, hello. Hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry at the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened to a second time? Terminals these days, I swear. Dreadfully unreliable. Aha, just like your ship. I hope you're given thought to the thing we discussed, you know, about the Wells fellow. I'm sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, that would be a marvellous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you a wingman. Okay. Hello, Udom here. Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you, as it was such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance for not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope only serves Spectrum vodka, so perhaps we could try every colour, you know. Really tie one on. Let me know. Your new friend. Titled, Shrink Ray. Note to self. Remember this later, no better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. And yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would I even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality with my own two eyes a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells's lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the grey hair were to look away or forget about it maybe, or I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but he wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumours of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells's shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fella wonder if there's more to the rumours, more to be had. Okay, hammer power. The last time I got sloshed, I was imbibing at the Lost Hope on Groundbreaker. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks and he seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Mardits, yammering about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony, like one of us have heard that one before. Well, like none of us have heard that one before. But here is the good part. The Mardit said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power, or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power, created by a crazy lab coat, sure fits the bill. It could be another one of those weapons that inspired Wells. Titled, Black Market Leads. Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartus and back. Let the record show I did apologise for shouting him down 5 times, but the architect be damned, it's just sitting there neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission, or breaking expensive equipment when he said he wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hard-working folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now that I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I have been tracking down additional rumours pertaining to the others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check the black market merchants of the Groundbreaker and fall back. Okay, is there any others? Hawthorne's sent message. Okay, to Bedford. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. I had a few too many and I might have knocked it off the desk. You know what it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Last Hope next time I'm in and I might forgive you. Okay. I think that's everything. Acquire Finis's science weapon. Yes, a shrink ray! Weapons from the void. The logs on Hawthorne's terminal mention the rumours of the Groundbreaker of a scientist who bragged about a powerful weapon he was researching. Perhaps more details can be found on the station. Another of Hawthorne's logs mentioned looking in Gladys's shop for old records. Apparently the smuggler acquired several leads that way. Logs on Hawthorne's terminal indicate Finis has a powerful weapon in his orbital lab. Nice. Okay. I think I leveled. I did. Right. Okay, so I'm thinking let's get some more stealth as well. Possibly a bit more. Let's get this to 40. Okay, let's... Okay, we're on 40, so critical damage now. If I get a crit, it's really going to sting. Leaves me 1 point, which I think I will put into tech. Okay, nice. And Vicar Max. Oh, perk from Vicar Max. What have we got? Hack. Threat generated. Less threat generated, more health. Ooh, hack skills. Thank you. Pravati got one? No. Journal. Codex. Right, nicely done. So we're now in space. Above that planet. It actually looks quite attractive from up here. That sign's kind of odd. Okay, so has everybody gone and found themselves a cabin? Ooh, Sam. There's no response from the auto-mechanical unit. A serial number etched into its chassis includes the letters Sam. Leave conversation. Okay. Looks kind of scary. Who's in here then? Doesn't tell me. They've put up plants. No, I'm not picking anything up. Oh. A stern older man with warm eyes. Oh, is this Pravati then? Full of modified tools with unique mechanical usage. Digging around in here would be an easier way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. Pick up spade. No, I don't want to pick stuff up. Examine. Modern, steel, wrench and new. This book is heavily dog-eared with doodles in the margins. Okay. Examine. This is not a petunia. Fine. It's not a petunia. Okay, got no one in this one. Got someone in here. Oh, Vicar Max. Okay, are you alright in here?
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime.
If you say
So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
I'm sure you do. I'd like to know something about those I'm flying with. So what is your story? Come on.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition. What the hell's that mean?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were they not passionate? Or why were you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Well, but weren't they proud of you when you became a vicar?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
Well, yeah, but this might be circular logic, but if you can't help but follow the path, then everything you do is a part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Interesting philosophy. It seems quite trusting of you to sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
Okay. Does make sense, actually.
What about you? What's your story?
Okay, you're gonna think I'm nuts as well, probably, but I was a colonist on the Hope. Scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
I'm turning him in. No, that would be a very short and boring adventure. I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
I had family on the Hope. Yeah. I'm going to go with that. But also, just because it's the right thing to do.
A commendable attitude.
Well, I'd like to think so. Vicky, no. Any ideas where we can find someone who actually speaks French in this colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
The only guy that can have former what now? Yeah, let's go with that.
You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. I'd like to keep my associations with our scholar friend quiet.
Okay. But seriously, only one guy in the whole colony that can read French.
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
That sounds like a great idea. Your sarcasm is duly noted and will be reflected in your review. Yeah, I'm the captain here. Only I get to be a smartass.
1,000 pardons, my good captain. I thought we were engaging in witty repartee. Now, as far as tracking down this scholar, we should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Okay. How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock.
While you were in prison?
I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
You picked it up in prison. Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, you're welcome. The art and science of Tossball. Impossible to put down. Order of Scientific Inquiry, Office of Literature. This endorsement has been approved. Anti-Cleo's darlings. Signed by Seymour Whitlock, who held the record for the most on-field fatalities for 3 consecutive seasons. Tossball trading cards. In mint condition, most of these cards represent players from Hepatitis, whatever that is, Hammers, and the Tile Breakers. Heavy ammo, I can pick it up. The Journal of Maximilian de Soto, Volume 1. The scribblings on these journal pages are utterly ineligible to anyone except Victor Maximilian de Soto. Right. No, I want to look at the book, not sleep. Ooh. Index of Banned Literature. Part 1. Various qualifying considerations. Part 2. Principal rules of restrictive management. Part 3. Morals and maxims of banning unethical literature. Point 4. Proof of the Grand Architect and Predestination. A refutation of the titles listed here within. Part 5. Consequences. The mind and the will of man when led astray. Part 6. Official list of banned titles. Part 7. Prerequisites for advancing the investigation, outing, and penalising of offenders. Interesting. Doctrinal Studies 539 of Equity and Equations. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes and many passages have been underlined. Some of the pages come loose. The glue now yellowed and cracked along the spines. Just taking the ammo. Because ammo. And no one's in either of these, I'm guessing. Not bad. I think my room's better. Does it help if I, like, put stuff in cupboards and whatnot? Oh, yeah. Well, you know, guess we need one. Don't set fire to my ship. How are you doing?
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Oh, break time's over, apparently. Okay, nice.
Thinking of tinkering at the workbench? I used to love watching Alex work. Now I like watching you.
Should I worry about that? That sounds worrying. Okay, so, journal. Passage to anywhere. Speak with Gladys on the Groundbreaker. Companion, the empty man. Locate a security terminal on the balcony then. The cleaning machine. Ask Ada about the SAM unit. Yeah! Don't ask.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Okay. Know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running.
Okay.
Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM.
Okay.
If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for Sam to properly operate.
Okay. I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Tell me a joke.
Why was the chemist sad? Because all her beakers are gone.
Play my favorite song.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement
Oh
jingle.
God, no.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
That's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
Okay, that's enough for now.
As you wish, Captain.
You got a...
I must comply with all direct orders.
Okay, you got a minute to talk.
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
Okay, and what if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
I guess so.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
Okay, and what might that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
Okay. What about your last captain? Do you miss him? Or is one captain the same as another?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Have there been any other captains of this ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Okay. Let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Interesting. Okay. So, we'll nip back to my journal. The captain's journal. Search term Sam. First Sam result. Do not forget you found discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say, a clean, mean, killing machine. Oh, you cheesy swine. Second result. Removal of factory-standard part suds steeper was successful. Delivery of a combat-modified replacement of part acid steeper has been delayed. Progress is set back is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to, but I do. Okay, third Sam result. Okay, I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But, good news. I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker, who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of acid steeper. I can filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll go pick up following this next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details come later. Okay. Have I picked that up? What does my journal say? Find an acid. You found entries on Hawthorne's terminal in the captain's quarters regarding the attempts to turn on Sam. Hawthorne had planned to replace the Sam Suds steeper with an acid steeper, but never picked up the part from Roseway. Can I go to Roseway? I don't think I can go to Roseway, can I? Can I go to Roseway? Maybe I can go to Roseway. Where is Roseway? No. Anyway, I think... Dangerous. No, we're not going there then. We can go there, but the main thing is we go to the ground breaker first, apparently. So let's go there. Oh. Welcome to the system map. Oh, slightly late.
Arrived at the groundbreaker.
Okay, nice. Right. Let's head out. See what...
Can we chat?
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Okay, what about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
I thought you said you could keep this boat in good repair.
I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet.
Okay.
All I'm looking for is a few pointers.
Yeah.
I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
Okay, are you asking to leave my crew and join hers?
Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless or by message. And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you.
Okay, but sure, we could tend to engineering. We're going to be going here anyway, so sure.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time.
Anyone that uses the...
Did you want to talk about something else?
No, that'll do. Anyone that uses the word confabulate is a winner in my book. Yay, I can take both. Okay, so we're at the groundbreaker.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
We've been in space all the time we've been on that ship. Dear me.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss-ball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
Felix.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Interesting. Who are you?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Yeah, I noticed you were in the middle of an argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I'd like to hear your side. What happened?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
And that's when you resolved your differences like an adult.
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Why'd you ask?
Oh, just musing is all. Must be nice having the run of the colony. Never being anchored to one place, always chasing some horizon. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
I never caught your name, by the way. I'm Tony.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
All right. See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yes, I do. Okay, apparently we've got to go through customs.